Rev-Trac's ABAP and non-ABAP change management and deployment unification capabilities enables complete governance of change by enforcing compliance, automating workflows, and unifying transport migrations. Rev-Trac upholds change processes and facilitates approvals across technologies in a single workload, fast-tracking the progression of change through development, QA, and production environments. This increases time to value, minimizes the need for manual intervention, and ensures that change is delivered accurately and promptly, regardless of the technology. In this demonstration, we are going to be migrating an ABAP transport across a 4-tier ECC landscape consisting of an ED1, EQ1, ES1, and EP1 system, and concurrently, we will also be migrating a non-ABAP BTP transport in the form of an MTAR file across a 3-tier BTP subaccount containing a development, quality, and production node. The first thing I'm going to do is create a new Rev-Trac request. Once I give this Rev-Trac request a title of Unified BTP and ABAP Change Demo, I can select the project and type for this request. This will generate the workflow that our transports and our change will follow as it progresses. Once I've created this Rev-Trac request, which is number 2481, I can head to the technical tab and see that there are no ABAP or BTP transports associated with this request just yet. Let's change that. I'll first add my ABAP transport to this change. I'll head to the SAP GUI and make a change to this program, Z_November. I'm just going to add some sample code and then activate my change. When I attempt to create my transport, I encounter Rev-Trac's enforcement screen. With Rev-Trac, you can ensure every change is logged systematically from the beginning, reducing the risk of lost or misclassified changes, as well as rogue transports. It also ensures every transport goes through a governed and compliant approval workflow to reach production. I'm going to link this transport to the Rev-Trac request we made earlier, number 2481, and hit continue. Adding a transport updates the Rev-Trac request status to in progress, so after I choose to continue, I add my transport text, and it is only now that I see my transport has been created, ending in number 3104. Back in Rev-Trac, we hit refresh in the technical tab and see that the status has in fact updated to in progress, and we can see that our ABAP transport has also been added to the request. This real-time update provides immediate visibility, making it easier to track progress. Next, it's time for me to add my BTP transport. I'm going to head to the SAP Cloud Transport Management Service, also known as Cloud TMS. We'll access the demo development node and add a new entry titled BTP Hello World. I will select Add a File, which in this case is an MTAR file also containing Hello World. We now have transport request number 7617, which we are going to approve and add the entry to our development node. Once the status reaches succeeded and our transport is imported into that node, I can click to see that the transport is currently sitting in the BTP development node. Let's head back to Rev-Trac and add this BTP transport to the Rev-Trac request. I'll hit Edit on the Technical tab and click Add Request. Under the CTMS section, once I add the BTP Hello World transport, I can hit Save and see that both my ABAP transport and my BTP transport are added to this Rev-Trac request. Rev-Trac allows teams to work fluidly across both on-premise and cloud environments without additional manual tracking. This signals that development is now complete. I'm ready to migrate this change to my quality systems. Once I click this step, I can confirm the post-approval actions, which lists the migrations that will automatically occur for both the ABAP and BTP transport upon approval. This automation means that both transports will be migrated in a single unit of work, increasing change velocity and time to value. We can also run some Rev-Trac safety checks, sign and approve the migration, and await the result. As this change is migrating, I can check in on the transport logs to confirm that the ABAP transport has imported correctly into both our EQ1 and ES1 systems, which it looks like it has. We can refresh our Rev-Trac request screen and see that the ABAP migration has been a success. We can also see the status of the BTP change, which is currently running. But after a short moment, we can see that the migration has been successful, and the status of this request has changed to in QAS. I can now also head to Cloud TMS and see that the BTP transport is also in the quality system node. I'm going to take a moment to observe the workflow tab, which includes a log of every action as well as who it was performed by and when, providing a full audit trail and history of this change. Rev-Trac's tracking of approvals and migration statuses allows organizations to monitor their process closely in real time, as well as look back historically when the time comes for auditing. Now that our transport is in the QAS system, the business can run the necessary testing on both the ABAP and BTP changes. Here, we can utilize Rev-Trac's ability to enforce separation of duties and step into the shoes of a testing manager. Once the appropriate testing is complete, the tester can navigate to Rev-Trac and sign and approve that this step is completed. We're now ready to migrate this change to production. Once again, I can confirm the migration actions of our ABAP transport deploying to the EP1 production system and BTP transport deploying to the production node simultaneously. We can run some final safety checks and go ahead and sign and approve this migration to production. Rev-Trac's automated approval processes ensure that only fully reviewed and approved changes can make it to production, reducing risk and increasing compliance. Here, both transports go in the same unit of work. I can head to my transport logs and see that the ABAP import has been a success, and after a short while, confirm that the BTP deployment has also been a success. Confirming this by seeing that the transport has been imported into all nodes in Cloud TMS. Back in Rev-Trac, we can see that this change is now in the status of complete. The Workflow tab provides a comprehensive and clear audit trail of each action from request creation to deployment. And finally, we have a complete Rev-Trac request and a successfully delivered and unified change for the business. Rev-Trac's unified approach to ABAP and BTP change management is the first of its kind, and is just the tip of the iceberg in terms of value it brings to SAP IT teams. It also reduces change risk with automated sequence and dependency checks, and eases complexity with N+1 and global template support. Rev-Trac also enables SAP DevOps by seamlessly integrating with ITSM, testing, code checking, and other third-party tools, as well as Cloud ALM, and also increases change volume and velocity with advanced release management capabilities. To learn more about how Rev-Trac can unify change and bring advanced change management capabilities to your organization, visit us at revtrac.com.